I'm fascinated that the Democrats now want, not only have they discovered absolutely nothing in the transcript to Ukrainian President Zelensky, now they want to discover the same nothingness in the phone calls that Trump has made to Putin and other world leaders. I mean, is there probable cause to go through every single call he's made to every world leader now?
I love this argument, though. It's classic. It's classic. It's like their initial argument was, hey, they moved this to the secret private server because it was such a bad call that we know now that they knew it in advance. Because
and that wasn't true.
It was so bad, they had to move it to the secret server. That's proof that our theory is true. Now, just 3 days later, we have the exact opposite. They were hiding all these calls because of early leaks. Okay, and now they completely acknowledge that. A central part of their initial argument, completely acknowledged the opposite is true. But now the backup argument is, well, since they were hiding all of these calls on the super secret servers, we need access to all of them. Because who knows what we could find in there.
Right.
That's fascinating.
Can I tell you something? People say all the time, I don't care if Google spies on me or Facebook has all my records or the NSA has every conversation I've ever had on my pillow with my wife. I don't, because I'm not doing anything wrong. Really? Well, then why do you think this is wrong that they now would have access to every conversation the president had with every world leader? Because if you look at this, you know they have the criminal, just not the crime. So they've already decided he needs to be impeached, but they just have to find whatever it is that they can impeach him on. And look what they're doing. The information that they do have, they're stacking all of that information to destroy him. This is insane. There is no rule of law anymore in America.
And I love that it's the same people who are so troubled about the collusion that is potentially involved here and the security, the national security issue that's involved here with Donald Trump, had absolutely no concern about the little Obama discussion with Medvedev a few years ago when he said this.
My last election, yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility. Yeah. I understand. I transmit this information to Vladimir and let them look.
And what were they talking about there? They're talking about U.S. missile deployment. So you're going to have more flexibility to do what when you're not up for re-election ever again? What are you going to do? Remove all our missiles? To me, that's a gigantic national security issue. They didn't care at all about that.
Nobody cared.
That wasn't the least bit interesting to them.
No, nobody cared.
And that was far more damning than anything that Trump has said to Ukraine's president, probably to Vladimir Putin. I mean, has he promised them to be flexible about missile deployment after this coming election? I don't think so. It's amazing. It's amazing. And that guy says it in public, caught on microphone, caught on camera, and they didn't care at all.
Well, so what are you going to do?
That's a really good question.
What are you going to do? Here's what you can do. Do not, let me say it the way Churchill used to, keep calm and carry on. You keep calm and carry on. The minute you get angry, you will lose the battle. So keep calm and carry on means still fight the battle. You've got to fight the battle, but keep reasonable, keep calm, keep rational. Don't lose your temper, and I know how hard that is. But the carry on part is also really important because here's why we'll lose. Because we give up. The only time we'll ever lose is when we give up. How many times have we said, to the Republicans, you can win this, but they give up. They don't. They're too timid. They're afraid. They're tired. They're whatever their excuse. They're losers. They give up, and they lose every time because they give up. If we give up on this, we're done. And when I mean we're done, I mean those who appreciate justice, law and order, the Constitution, the free market, the minute we give up, we're done.
And it's really hard not to, because you get so sick of it. You know, we've got short attention spans, and we get tired of hearing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And it was so predictable when they released a transcript that Republicans were going to say there's nothing there, which I agree with, and the Democrats are going to say it's very, very troubling. It's a major. This is cemented in our minds that we got to proceed with impeachment. What? So
but remember,
you're both looking at the same thing and seeing the opposite.
Impeachment, it's required that impeachment is a reflection of public sentiment. So if you're not actively fighting it, the press, because it is so overwhelming. I don't know if we cut this piece from what's his name? Robert De Niro. Did you see him on CNN? Mm-hmm. Okay. What was crazy was what he actually said. Thank God for CNN. You know, they were talking about how crazy and how dangerous Fox is. And he said, this is just insane. And thank God for you guys. I mean, if it wasn't for you and just a couple of others, MSNBC, the New York Times, the Washington Post. I mean, like
CBS, ABC, NBC,
every major
media,
movies, television.
What do you mean if it wasn't for you? You guys have all of them.